Michigan State University is again trying to begin a new chapter in its 169-year history with its 25th president starting just last month.
And he is joining us this morning to talk about the new job and the future of the university under his leadership, President Kevin Guskowitz. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's so good to see you. You should know that you're talking to two alums right now.
Yep, you're in good company.
That's great. Go green.
Go green, go white. Just to start off, you spent the last 3 decades down at the University of North Carolina, made the decision to come and take the job at Michigan State University during some tumultuous times. Talk about why you made the decision.
Well, my wife and I had a chance to visit here in East Lansing on a football weekend back in early November. I was sort of in the middle of the search process, and we fell in love with it. It's a passionately public institution, much like UNC Chapel Hill, and we felt like we could come here and make a difference. The people are passionate about what we're doing here. There's so many great opportunities. The research is solving some of the greatest challenges of our time. Very curious students here, many of which will graduate over 9,000 next weekend, and so we felt it was the right place to be at the right time.
Interesting, because a lot of Michiganders dream of moving to Carolina, not the other way around. But we're glad you made that decision.
The trees are in full bloom now, and the flowers are popping up.
There you go.
Right.
As you know, you mentioned challenges, and obviously MSU has notoriously mishandled the Larry Nassar situation from start to finish. It was criticized heavily for how it handled reported sexual assaults among athletes. And of course, the highly publicized sexual harassment scandal that saw the most recent football coach fired. How do you reestablish the trust among students in the community?
It's about getting out and meeting with people. I'm on a 48 stop listening and learning tour right now. I think I've got 21 down. Today's number 22. And it's about just getting out and talking to people, making sure they're part of the conversations moving forward as we make any type of decision. And we got a great leadership team here, and I'm convinced that our eyes are focused on the future. I've got to get people's attention turned toward all the great things that are happening. I've already mentioned, and there are challenges in every university campus right now. I just came back from the AAU president's meeting earlier this week in Washington, D.C., and we're all challenged by what's happening across the landscape of higher ed. We all have some unique challenges on our campus, but we got to amplify the great things that are happening here, and that's what we're going to do.
What are you amplifying in terms of what's happening at the university?
Well, right now we have great opportunities to be contributors here locally in East Lansing and Lansing, and it helps that we are right here essentially in the state's capital, spending time with legislators and with the governor, just to make sure that they know that they've got an incredible resource right here in their backyard. But it's also looking out to what we're doing in Detroit and with Henry Ford Health, and we've got an amazing partnership right now there. We have 2 medical schools on our campus that the research is going great, along with the clinical care that can be delivered over here in East Lansing, over in Detroit with Henry Ford, and then out in Grand Rapids. We have I think a lot of people don't recognize the presence that we have across the state, and I really believe that we can be that university for Michigan. We land more of our graduates in jobs and careers in the state of Michigan than any of our other institutions, and I think we can make a difference here.
Yeah, and it's always making that difference, especially when you look forward like that. And it's a fine line that you have to walk, especially when a lot of people still look to the past and learning from the past. And I'm curious, where does the university stand now with its emergency plan following the tragic shooting we saw from last year? And are you satisfied with that plan?
There's always room for improvement. I mean, we had a situation like this in Chapel Hill this past August. Sadly, this is happening far too often on college campuses, and we can always learn from those situations. But I will tell you, we have a very top-ranked police chief and AVP for public safety, and we're installing a lot of cameras on campus. Protocols are important. We're making sure that our faculty, staff, students understand the emergency action protocols. And so we've learned from that situation, and we're there's always going to be room for improvement. But I feel good about where we are right now, and we're continuing to build off of this over the summer months, and we'll even be in a better position come the start of the fall semester.
I'm glad. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad you mentioned the cameras because we found out after the tragedy of Brendan Santo, who tragically drowned in the river, that Michigan State's many of those cameras were offline. Are those all the way back to being fully online?
I can't, sitting here as I am right now, know the answer to the question, but I will tell you that we are working hard to be sure that we have not only the best equipment, but that we can cover most of the campus. It's a very large campus, as you know, and so it's not as easy as it might seem. But we've got a great team here that's working on this, and we're committed to providing the best protections for the campus community. As I told our cabinet, we had a cabinet meeting just yesterday, and I said there's nothing more important than the safety of our campus community. And that's not only our 51,000 students, but it's the thousands of employees that we have here, as well as those who come onto our campus. This is, as you know, a proudly public institution that we want members of the community to be able to come onto the campus and feel safe. So we will continue to make improvements, and I'm confident that we have a safe campus environment.
Just getting back to the shooting that happened on campus and how the university is remembering those lives lost. Are there memorials that are forthcoming, and where are those locations on campus where the shootings happen? What are the plans there moving forward?
Well, February 13th of last year was a tragedy. It was a terrible day on this campus. Again, I was not here at the time, but I will tell you that those who experienced that day will never forget it. And I've talked with many of them, and we had a memorial on the anniversary of February 13th, just a few months ago. And yes, we're working hard toward what that permanent memorial will look like. And we want the families to be who were most affected by this to be a part of that. And so, yes, there are plans in place, and we have resources that are still available in an office here that students can come to, because it created a lot of trauma for those who were here then, and those who will continue to live and learn here on our campus.
A lot of families obviously dealing with inflation in so many different areas, and whenever tuition gets hiked, it's always making news. Do you have any plans to try and find ways to make tuition more affordable for those families who are some of them finding it just impossible to pay for these days?
So we're right in the middle of our budget process now, and working hard to try to keep Michigan State University as affordable and accessible as possible. Our goal is that every prospective student who earns their path to Michigan State will come here and can afford to come here. We put a tuition program in place just last year for families in state who make $65,000 or less, to provide an incredible tuition benefit for them. And I think that's going to make a difference. That'll go into effect this year. We are doing everything to try to, again, keep tuition as low as possible. And it's not just about tuition, but it's cost of attendance. So that includes housing and dining and all the other amenities that are important and necessities that are important for a student to be able to come to Michigan State and be able to thrive here. So we're working hard to keep the costs low.
Well, one of the draws to a university like Michigan State with a storied history in sports is coming to play sports. Difficult year for the football team with the scandal with the former head coach. You have a new coach in place now, Jonathan Smith. What are you looking forward to with the football team, and then just sports organizations and teams in general, especially this surgence of women and college female athletes becoming such a big draw?
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's been a great season within our sports teams here at Michigan State. I had a chance to witness two Big Ten championships within hours of one another back in, I think it might have been March 23rd, 24th, when our women's gymnastics team won the Big Ten tournament. A few hours later, our hockey team won the Big Ten tournament. We've had great success, obviously the wonderful tradition in basketball Coach Izzo and the team, making the NCAA tournament for 26 consecutive years. That's a record that Coach Izzo holds, and we'll continue to excel there. Our women's basketball team, Coach Robin Freilich, made the tournament in her first year as our head basketball coach. And I'm out watching baseball and softball, and it's part of the culture here, our sports teams, and I love getting out to support our student athletes. So, as I like to say, go green.
Yeah, and it was put to the test during the NCAA tournament. Did you notice North Carolina against Michigan State?
Right.
that must have been awful timing for you.
The NCAA didn't do me any favors this year, but it was still a lot of fun to be out there watching our teams competing.
Well, we're certainly rooting for you, and obviously it's one of the best jobs to have, and the whole state of Michigan is obviously doing much better when it's one of its oldest institutions like Michigan State is doing well. So we certainly wish you the best of luck, and we want to thank you for joining us this morning.
Great, thanks for having me.
Kevin Guskowitz, the newest president at Michigan State University. And some good insights to, I mean, so much to tackle. You think about.
Oh, yeah, we could have talked to him for the rest of the hour.
So many different things. You talk about walking into a tough job and still wanting to push forward. So certainly, but that's something that everybody can root for, no matter who you root for on the sports field.
Right.
We want our public institutions to do well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's good.